March 29th till April 13th.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, probably like a 2.5 week thing.
Is that just on the West Coast or?
Nah, that's just, that's just international right now, all the different countries. Just letting people know, get ready for the album. Sometimes you don't have too many fans. I mean, not too many artists that, take going across the world in consideration. And it's time to make an album, so, I'm the type of girl I like to just travel the world, let the word be known, so I can be like, yeah, well, at least the place that I won't be able to always be at least I showed them some homage, that's important.
The obligatory shit. The obligatory shit, like, is there a release date for next year?
It's just gonna be in the summer, It's not really no date solidified yet because things can happen and changes, but, we definitely shooting for like June or July, So far, everything is looking like 70-30 possibility.
John,
we in the middle of the interview.
Oh, are you? Okay, I was just going. I can't go first.
I know you don't like giving away too many details about the album. You're very secretive about it.
Very much.
But Buster's executive producer, and it's mostly RZA beats.
Hopefully. That's what you said, hopefully?
Most RZA beats, right? Some Dr. Dre, some Eric Sermon, some Alchemist.
Possible.
Doing my homework, man.
Possible.
You ain't saying much.
You doing all the answering. You said everything that's correct. I don't really want to give too much information up off it because it kind of takes the fun out of it. And my whole thing at the end of the day, this album was just made with a street mentality, with me thinking like that. Not really more or less worried about any press or commercial radio or, you know what I mean? I couldn't make Cuban links with that frame of mind because that wasn't my frame of mind when I made the first one. So basically I just zoned out and just really got on some strong production shit. Compliments of Dre, RZA, Square Jones, Jay Dilla, God bless the day. He was a maniac on the beats, There's a couple of things up there that's gonna make it already classical. So, I feel good right now.
Yes or no, the whole plan minus the label confirms that we are the album.
And kind of sparking on from those, I spoke to Ghostface about 2 weeks ago, and he was telling me how the tracks you two did together were sort of sent via email. How do you feel about the chemistry which goes between the two of you when it's done that way as opposed to in the studio together?
I mean, one thing about me and Ghost, we both extremists, We like powerful production and we know when we got our hands on some big production. It's like, to me it's just natural because when we get in the room together, the chemistry just falls in place. It's like being around somebody that's an athlete and you're an athlete. When y'all talk the same talk and move the same way, things start to play out better for us in the future of whatever we're doing. And like it gets better, it just works. It's about that confidence, you know what I mean? Open up option. I mean, one thing about me, I like to be versatile and not just go into a certain kind of world, but this world, which is basically the cocaine era, this is a movie right here, you know what I mean? And this is a movie of my life and where I have been before I even became a successful maybe. So for people to want that, that's cool for me, but when you look at my name, Chuck, I have many different dishes that I like to serve, but for this fortunate album right here that I'm able to make, I love the passion of this album right here because it takes me back to the hunger of hip-hop. You know what I mean? So it's needed right now, and I understand that I may be the last man on the totem pole that can pull off such an album with this kind of sound. And it was about the production as well as the gangsterism lifestyle. You know what I mean? It was more or less about just we street like all the way. Like you didn't have to look at Wu-Tang or any commercialism. You know what I mean? Only from just how big our fan base got, but we always kept it thorough with just the slang the talk, the style, the different kind of music, the beat, the formula was just totally upscale. It's like now you just get a bunch of whatever now. You don't really get art at its best no more.
And just real quick, any updates for the Wu-Tang?
Can't comment on that.
Oh!
Okay, I'm sorry.
So secretive.
And sort of from that, I spoke to Ghost and he was saying how he was a little disappointed with the last couple of albums. What are your thoughts on those?
I mean, Ghost could say all that shit, but at the end of the day, it's like, me, one thing people gotta realize about Wu-Tang, we make good albums, man. We might not be the best single picking dudes, but it's like, I know as far as making good albums, you can compare any Wu album to anybody's album, and they can't fuck with us when it's more than one song. You may have one or two good videos and you know what I mean? So I think sometimes Ghost be exaggerating, you know what I mean, with his mind frame of thinking that, you know, the albums is whack. I know anything I do, I don't never make nothing whack. Any of my songs that we may feel a certain, all right, we might not have through as much focus that we wanted to, but we don't make whack shit, so I'm not going for that. There's, you can go get anybody's album and put our shit next to it, lyrics, beats, whatever you want to do. It's self-explanatory when we really get down. See, that's what people look at us for. They look at us for albums. While you look at other artists for, oh, they got a good single, or it's like, come on, Wu is a whole different family, and we different. See, people gotta remember that shit. It's like, we could talk about this today, we could talk about tennis balls today, and then talk about big heavy pieces of ice tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's just about the creativity that lives inside of us. We the witty, unpredictable. So you gotta remember that. You know what I mean? For me, it's like, yo, I learn from every album, you know what I mean? It's just a vibe. Some albums be dark, some albums be colorful. Everything is not made to be the same. So that's just him talking that bullshit. I ain't going for it. He might have not liked it, and that's cool too.
Yeah. I mean, he was saying how he was the one that really expressed those feelings.
Yeah, but you know, to me, I think we overkill ourselves sometimes too with just being our worst critic. You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't get a chance to promote an album neither, which it don't get the proper love it may get because there's no promotion on it. We not moving it like that. And if you have something that you really, such as what we call babies, it's like, yo, you don't take care of your baby and make sure the bottles is being fed and the food is like, of course you're going to lose faith in it. But nothing, we never make ugly babies. Never. So I don't know what the fuck is he talking about.
Where did you get your first big paycheck from? What did you do with it?
Robbing and stealing. I don't even remember actually. I think I bought me a car, you know what I mean? Bought me a Lex, an Acura or some shit. Got up out the hood, you know what I mean? Gave my mom some money, my family some money, and I kept it moving. I wanted to get out of the neighborhood. So I went and bought me a house.
What is or was the worst trend in hip-hop?
What is or what was what?
What is or was the worst trend in hip-hop?
The worst
trend.
I can't even really answer that one. I think the worst trend in hip-hop is when everybody started biting off the fucking Wu. They stole our sound, started wearing jittery, calling their names, our names, making up aliases, biting our formula on how to hustle. But you know, we leaders, so we gotta do some type of leadership. Anyway.
What's the difference between Raekwon and Corey Woods?
Corey Woods is just a political gentleman. Raekwon is a rap, python, motherfucking entrepreneur gangster with the ego of 6 paid Chinese live niggas from Tokyo, Japan. I'm like one of the niggas in Black Rain. And when you sit down and you disrespect me, you gotta chop your own thing off. To get my love back. You know?
So I don't know much about your personal life, and you may not want to answer what.
Nah, my personal life is mellow, you know what I mean? You know, I'm a family man, you know.
Married, children?
Yes, you know what I mean? Definitely have a family. You know what I mean? I'm more of a, I'm two. Two lovely babies, daughter and son. You know what I'm saying? And all I do is basically try to spend a lot of time with them and my lady and, you know, be close home, stay by my mom's, make sure she alright. You know, everything, you know, is consistent rap. It's just me trying to do some of the other things that I haven't really got a chance to do the way I want to. And that's put time with the family. That's important.
So you said a boy and a girl?
Yes.
How old is it?
10 and 3. 10-year-old daughter, 3-year-old son. You need all that, huh?
Yeah, I'm thorough.
Babe, we're gonna wrap
really
it up.
gonna put it down.
Alright. What pisses you off?
What pisses me off? Fake people. You know what I mean? Phony people and people that don't open their eyes to authenticity when they get a chance to. Like, you know, it's just so important that when you're an artist, it's like you gotta stay motivated yourself. You have to stay wanting to climb this wall of success and be a good MC too. But the game is just so funny because it's like if you're not the most popular one on the radio, it's like people tend to forget about you real quick. And it's like I said, you know, I make these albums right now for the people that live with the legacy that we done already did. I can't try to open up anybody's eyes who don't want to be open, but it's like getting your favorite music. Like your mom's she might be stuck on the old school music because that's her era. You know, so I tend to work for my era of individuals, and I know we still around. You know, from like I say 22 to 33, 35. You know, these are the ones that grew up in the era that we did. You know, the younger ones that really knew about it. You know, they had to learn from the G's. So that's what we saying.
What makes you happy?
You know, just seeing everybody around me now. Just knowing everything is being operated the way it's supposed to. And people is around with clear mind frames. And, you know what I mean? It ain't like your man going through something at home or whatever. You know, a conversation. Like, we get our best time sometimes when we do go across seas or get away for a little while. That's when things start to get better for us sometimes.
Tell me something that no one knows about you. And make it good.
Just a teddy bear on one side, then on the other
That's
side.
not gangster.
I know, but see, that is gangster. You know why it ain't gangster to you? Because it's like you never seen a real nigga be a little bit cool on another side. And that's important. That's about having balance. So I think that people, when they meet me, they realize that I move according like a grown man's supposed to move. You know, and like I said, it ain't all less about being a young rapper and learning about certain things. Like, I really move with the times, and it's like, I am a true indeed icon. I have been around many different forms of people who became successful off of the logic that we presented, because, you know, you can tell how the people treat you. It's like, we Hall of Famers, though, you know what I mean? And I feel good to be standing here in a situation where, yo, niggas know that, you know what I mean? They know I gotta tell you, you know about it already.
Hip hop was a woman, though.
She would be probably a tall, big bitch with big feet or probably something, but a pretty bitch or something. She's got big feet and I don't know, maybe too much cellulite on her ass or something because of the bullshit.
Alright.
Alright?